So, Governor Greg Abbott of Texas has sent a letter to the Biden administration criticizing him for wanting to take down this razor wire barricade that is in the Rio Grande in a certain part of Texas. Um, Now, they've been going back and forth about this for a couple of years now, and in January, the Supreme Court said the federal government had every right to take this barricade down, that the water of the Rio Grande was protected as federal land, and it was under federal jurisdiction, that Greg Abbott had no right to put these barricades up and do this construction. Well, it still is not down. It's still there. They're still dinking around with this and trying to make it happen. And Joe Biden's not really wanting to go in and make it a big deal. And Greg Abbott saying, well, I've got the right to defend my state from the cartels in Mexico, etc. And you're not doing a good enough job. So they're still fighting over this razor wire that's in the water in the Rio Grande. Now, like I said, back in January, the Supreme Court said it could be taken down. It needs to go. And Greg Abbott needs to be told to listen to the Supreme Court. It's funny with these Republicans. They'll take things to the Supreme Court, and when they get their way, they scream and holler, well, the court agreed with me, and you got to do what they say. But then they want to ignore the Supreme Court whenever it goes against them. So hopefully the people of Texas are paying attention. Joe Biden and the Biden administration should go in, remove this razor wire, and just retake control and just be done with it. But once again, Greg Abbott is thumbing his nose at justice, thumbing his nose at the rule of law, and doing whatever he wants. Now, you might also remember that earlier this summer there was a big trucker convoy that was going toward this part in Texas. They were going to go down and help out and help man the barricade from the hordes of people going over. They get down there, and they were down there for a couple of days, and there was nobody. Nobody at the border, nobody trying to cross. It's not as big of a deal as what Greg Abbott wants you to believe. He wants you to believe that there's just thousands and thousands of people pouring across the border all the time. And that's not really the case. But that also doesn't justify these inhumane measures like putting these razor wire buoys, these snag and drown buoys, where it's designed to catch you and basically keep you there and to where you go under the water and drown. That's inhumane. It needs to go. And I don't know why Joe Biden hasn't sent in, and done something with this after being cleared to do so by the Supreme Court. I know he had other things to worry about, but this also needs attention. And it can't stand. We can't keep having states run rogue like this. So I've been saying for a while, I think Texas is on the verge of flipping blue. This may just be another instance where they are driving Texas closer and closer to flipping blue.